Hello everyone, welcome back to Cooking with Frenchie. Are you ready for this? Hello everybody and Happy New Year. Welcome back to Cooking with Frenchie, cooking and baking made easy just for you. Today's recipe is about the quiche. Quiche-Low is the original recipe that most of us know. The French dedicate themselves to it in the 16th century. However, the idea comes from Germany, as the word Kuchen means ghetto. The quiche was an idea taken from them. The history of the quiche tells you that it was made of pastry and eggs and cream and smoked ham, what you call bacon, some of you. This has long time changed and there is a lot of recipe out there with diverse produce inside. Today what I'm offering you though, it's a beautiful and different quiche because there's no pastry, so therefore it's gluten free. After Christmas and New Year's and too much indulging into chocolates and rich food and champagne, wine and you name it, I want you to get into a little bit of my journey and having a little bit of a low calorie meal, or at least give you an option to do so. So therefore, welcome to this recipe and welcome to the quiche, which I made with salmon, leek and spinach with no pastry. One more time. Never forget to subscribe as usual. Also under the recipe in the description you will have the link to go to the recipe and more photos there, but also all the utensils I'm using for this recipe, so that's give you an idea. So I'll catch you back after this recipe and let me know how you go. So let's start with the leek. First remove the outer leaves and then cut your leek in section and then in half. I like precision cut, so I'm doing a julienne, but you could just cut the leek against or across the grain. See how fast I am, it's amazing what you can do with technology. So I'm separating the core of the leek and a few leaves. It makes it easier and safer for me to slice. My knife is against my knuckles, and like this I can work quite fast, not as fast as the camera work. Wash your leeks and then grab a fry pan, put some olive oil and put your leeks into it. Cook it for about 4 minutes like this at slow heat. That's what we call sweating. Meanwhile, I grab my spinach leaves and I give them a wash as well on the cold water and in a colander, just like so. I'm adding the spinach to the leek with the salt and pepper, and whilst this is cooking for another 4 minutes, I'm just really pressing down with the blade my garlic and I'm gonna chop it very finely. I'm going to put this garlic with the spinach and cook for another 2 minutes only. Once this is done, I will put my vegetable in the colander and let it drain a little bit if there is a remaining juice. While this is cooling down, I'm preparing my salmon. And you can avoid these steps if you do have already salmon with the skin off. But I wanted to show you, and I'm going to do another video just specifically for that technique, how to remove the skin from the salmon. Why I'd like to show you that? Because it's generally different, about $5 to $10 a kilo with the salmon skin on or off. And it's actually a very easy technique to remove the skin and save some money. I'm dicing the salmon into cubes or big dice, about 2 or 3 centimeters each. In slow motion. Then I take my dishes, trays, ramekin, or if you don't have one, just take a large baking dish, separate equally all the vegetable, do exactly the same for the salmon. And I'm putting a little bit of fresh thyme. I'm using scissors for it. It's way easier, way faster. And then I'm going to prepare my royal. That's the terminology in French cookery. However, it's just a mix of eggs, cream, milk, salt, pepper, and nutmeg. Crack your eggs, be aware of the shell. Add your creme fraiche or sour cream or thickened cream. Crack pepper, salt, nutmeg, give it a good mix. Then add your milk and give it another mix. Transfer this to a jug, and that would be easier to pour. That actually you could have put all the ingredients in a jug and use a hand blend mixer and mix it together for a minute, and that'll be way faster. So separate all the liquid to all the dishes, right to the top, and using a grater or microplane, just add some Romano cheese or Parmesan cheese or cheddar cheese. Put all the dishes on the tray and bake at 170 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes, and your recipe is done. Here I'm just using a few leaves. Well, welcome back. How easy was that? Again, few tips and tricks. Here, if you don't want to skin off the salmon, just buy some salmon fillet that's already skinned off. If you want to replace the vegetables by either mushroom or asparagus, feel free to do so. There's many options you can change and do. As regard to the cheese, I use Romano, you can use Parmesan, or you can just use cheddar cheese, sorry. Nevertheless, this recipe, it's, as I said, light in calorie, light in carbohydrates, but full of protein. So if you are looking to have a meal that will really fill you and fill your satiety, and you will feel very full at the end of the meal, I really recommend this dish. And the recipe I offer on the website is for 4 people, and it represents about 500 calories per serving. So I hope you enjoy it. Please give it a try. Let me know how you go. Give me some comments, and I'll chat to you soon. Have a good new year. Best wishes.